Well, hello and happy Monday on this beautiful Monday morning. Remember to drop me a like in down below before we kick off. If you watch these videos for a while, you want me to continue doing them. A like is very important to me. So just click that button for me before we kick off. I'd appreciate it, or make sure you do it before the end of the video. So, okay, examples and warnings. So I'm going to Poland tomorrow for a week because my son's getting christened in Poland. So this will be the last video I'll do until next week because yeah, we'll have a bit of a break, I suppose. I'll still need to do a little bit of work, but we'll have a bit of a break because we're not really in the place at the moment to be able to take a complete week off the radar, just because of the fact that we're getting a fair old bit of interest in light of changes in the fitness industry and in the way we approach things, because obviously outdoors is still the best place to be. There's less restrictions outdoors in terms of keeping fit, and if you're able to demonstrate COVID security and things like that, then it's a lot easier to run unorganised fitness stroke exercise group. So let's talk about examples and warnings. The reason why I want to do this video today is just because I said, because I'm going away for a week, so I wanted to leave you with something important. Now, this year's been a bit of a thing for a lot of people, and what lockdown has done is it's almost really, well, I say almost, it has ripped a lot of people out of their comfort zones, particularly with health and fitness, because a lot of people say, for example, used to go into the gym, 2 or 3 sessions a week in the gym. Gyms got closed, classes got cancelled, classes haven't started again yet. A lot of indoor classes haven't got back to normal yet. So it's been a tough old year for a lot of people, particularly from a weight gain perspective, because again, like I've said before, people default back to type. I put a stone on. It was easy it was easy to eat a bit more, not exercise as much, because ultimately if you were used to going to maybe a gym or a fitness class, that was completely taken away from you, so the environment was completely changed. So that derailed a lot of people. The issue is that because it's taking a bit longer to get back to normal than we thought, and obviously then changes are happening all the time because of restrictions and so on, it's a bit of a tricky situation for a lot of people, because we could have a double whammy this year, because a lot of people put weight on over the winter, particularly from probably about October time up until the end of Feb, start of March, because I saw an advert yesterday about the nights drawing in and comfort food already. So it's that kind of mindset of well, it's winter now, so I'll wait until New Year. The problem you've got there is that if you already carried a bit of weight already because of lockdown, and then you're going into New Year, and you're going to take winter off, that could be a mess. That could be a lot of weight. So, examples and warnings. Number one, warning, you've got to be careful, because a lot of people, I know people who put a stone on during lockdown. I did. I know people who put more on during lockdown. And if you then think, well, okay, it's coming into winter now, I won't bother, that stone could turn into 2 stone, could turn into 3 stone, could turn into a problem. Could turn into you never end up starting again. Yeah, because remember, it's compound. It's almost a negative compound interest. Do you know what I mean? Because it keeps adding on and adding on, and the longer you leave something, the longer you don't break the cycle, the more difficult it becomes. So there's your warning. Again, the right people will listen to that. The wrong people will think they're special or exempt, or it's not going to happen to them, and that's fine, I guess. It depends. But if you are concerned about your weight, and particularly this year has sort of amplified those concerns, you want to be getting into something quick. Example is, I suppose for me, we've had a load of people join us recently in our women-only group fitness program who, they're not what you would think, because a lot of people think that people who go to group fitness programs are all gym bunnies and they're all fit young women and all this. So, our average member is, the average age of our members is 40. Do you know what I mean? And they've all got, a lot of them have got kids, jobs, things to do, responsibilities, and so on and so forth. So they just fit it around it, really, and they do what works for them. And I suppose from our point of view, that's why we help that particular group, is just because, number one, there's been a lot of information targeted at them through dieting and things. And number two, you're not going to be able to go to a mixed fitness class full of young men, young girls, different age groups, competitiveness and all that. It's not really about that. It's about consistency. And, we've worked incredibly hard to maintain our business. We are COVID secure. We are okay. We're outdoors. We don't use equipment. We've got permission to use the facilities we use. We can socially distance. We've got track and trace. We can do all those things. because we care about our members and we want our members to be consistent. We're not cared about just filling a room full of people or filling a group full of people, anyone, because we want to help people. We want people to be consistent and we want people to stick to it, especially now going into the next 6 months, because this will be tough. This will be tough now because there's going to be a lot of concerns raised about the illness going into winter, and there's going to be probably more restrictions and more things applied. So we need to be careful. We need to keep our eye on the ball. But more importantly, now's the time to start looking after yourself. Because if you leave it another 6 months and you're already behind the curve because of lockdown, it's going to be a struggle. And, you know, if you are a woman aged between 30 and 50, I promise you there are women like you exercising regularly. And some of them haven't exercised in months, even years, and they're doing it. So if you want our help, comment below, 28 days. Drop me a message via the page. There's a little WhatsApp button you can click over the page. You can drop me a message over there. We can have a chat. We can see if you're a good fit and we can see if we can help. If you're not looking to get involved in our program, that's absolutely fine. All you need to do is remember, just drop me a like down below. I'd appreciate it. A comment is fantastic. Let me know your thoughts below. A share is also great, or tag anybody in that you feel this video might benefit. So that'll be me for a week. Remember, examples, warnings, and you've got a choice about what happens next. And it's up to you which way you go. But in the end, and I thought about this yesterday, every single motivational speech, every single motivational bit of material, and every single motivational book, and all this stuff, all will tell you the same stuff, which is, in the end, it's up to you. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to do it for you. So yeah, you have a choice. Choose wisely. See you soon.